You know how that goes. Okay. All right, we have Chuck Stokes here from Channel 7, and we're going to get some ideas about what he thinks of Ed Deeb and what Ed has done down through the years.
Ed Deeb is a legend in this town. He has done so much for so many. What he has done for the youth of this community is unmatched by anybody else, I think. And it goes year after year after year. It just keeps building and building, and there's no such word in his vocabulary as "we can't do it." He can do it. And then what he's done for Eastern Market and just so many other small businesses in this community. I'm honored to be sitting next to him, and I hope he lives forever.
Well, I'll tell you this, what Ed has done over the years and what this has become is amazing, and it is so great for these wonderful kids to have this opportunity, and boy, I hope more and more follow, because what a great program this is.
Now, you with the parade company, and you all participate in Youth Day. How long have you been doing that, and why do you think it's necessary?
We've been doing it close to 10 years, and it's necessary because everyone has to help. Everyone's got to reach out. Everyone has to be a part of the solution to help these great kids in our community.
The winningest coach.
There we go. You're the winningest coach.
Winningest
in
coach.
High school football.
Yeah, well, 48 years at Harrison does it.
Well, what do you think?
Well,
What do you think about the school, coaching, and lastly about Ed?
It's been fantastic career working with young people, and they are closing our high school after this year. We got 3 high schools in Farmington, and Harrison will be closing, and they'll have 2 others. But talking to Ed about this program with 37,000 youths at Belle Isle, fantastic. And I've been working with kids all my life, so I'm sure I'll volunteer to do things like that after next year.
What do you think about Ed Deeb, the man?
I looked at all the things he volunteers for. You can't have that much time in your whole life, but he's doing a great job, obviously. I didn't know Ed until I got to talk to him really today, and he told me a lot of stories about getting this organization started back in the day, and it's fantastic.
What, 38 years?
Oh, gosh, which one is this?
I think his last one said 38 years.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Or over 30 years.
Yeah.
Say over 30 years, and then we're covered.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right, Tara, give me your name and what you do.
My name is Shar Yates. I am in Public Relations and Communications for the state of Michigan.
Okay. And what do you think about this event today and the man behind the event?
Ed Deeb, this is a very important event to our community, especially the youth. This is a great example, a businessman stepping up where he saw a need in the community, especially for the youth. They're overlooked a lot of times, or it's more of a reaction as opposed to being proactive. And Ed Deeb is taking a very holistic, proactive approach to addressing the youth needs in Detroit by having this great event on Belle Isle every year and all the subsequent events like this breakfast leading up to it. So it's important for businessmen to do this. I hope he sets up a mentorship where he trains the next group of people to also carry on his legacy so that the youth won't be left behind. But this is a great example for everybody to learn from, and especially for people to look up to people like Ed Deeb.
And I'm going to ask each of you your names, and then I'll ask for a comment. Okay?
Okay. Michael Reed.
And Michael Reed, what's your role?
I am Curator of Education for the Detroit Zoological Society.
I'm Diane Miller. I'm the Chief Program Officer at the Detroit Zoological Society. Don't let me mess that up.
Hi, good morning. I'm Gary Gokenauer. I'm the Visitor Services Director for the contractor that works for the Detroit Zoological Society.
Okay.
Good morning. I'm Amy Green. I'm the Nature Centers Director for the Detroit Zoological Society.
Okay, Amy, we'll start with you. What do you think about this event and the Detroit Metro Youth Day? What do you think?
I've been stunned by the impact that the Metro Detroit Youth Day has had on the city, on the people who support Metro Detroit Youth Day. I think they're just as fortunate as the kids to have a role in it. And it's, I've only been a part of it for a few years, and I'm excited to be a part of it for a lot more. To see that there are kids who are my age now who have been impacted by it, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, relatively new to Metro Detroit, I'm just amazed of the opportunity this gives youngsters in the Metro Detroit area. And I think having it hosted at the Belle Isle facility is wonderful. It gives kids an opportunity to get down there and just check out how great that facility is.
Okay, I'm also new to Metro Detroit, and I'm amazed at the number of adults who are supporting young people, helping to make a difference in those young people's lives. And with the amount of years it's going on, knowing that they actually have some impact and that it's really important to those young people.
And lastly, you, sir.
Yes. I head up the Education Committee for Youth Day, so I co-chair that with several of my other colleagues. And so we want to make sure that Youth Day offers not only activities, but also offers an educational opportunity for the kids as well. So I'm really amazed at how things have grown over the years, and we're now being known more for an educational event as much as we are for a outdoor activity event.
Hey, hola, ¿qué pasó? ¿Dónde estás? What do you want me to say?
Okay, now, first give us your name and what you do,
Okay.
and then we want to know a little bit about your thoughts on Detroit Youth Day and Ed Deeb, the man.
Oh, man.
All right.
Well, my name is Dr. L. Haywood with the American Red Cross. Been there 33 years, just retired. And I've been with the Metro Youth Day for the whole 36 years. Me and Ed started. Okay, and I love it. I love teaching the kids. I'm a grandmaster in the martial arts, and I take care of the program of health and safety, karate, games, the field games, and all that. I'm in charge of that.
Shaping the minds and hearts and spirits of our youth, and I can't think of a more important task for one to undertake than to nurture and develop the lives of those generations. I didn't know I was going to.
Thank you, and I too, just a few short remarks. I want to thank everyone for this honor. You know, in the Detroit Historical Society, biggest connection.
I gotta hold this up.
And why did you start Youth Day?
We started Youth Day to eliminate the problems that were taking place in the center city of Detroit, especially along Livernois Avenue. In a 2-week period, there were 2 youngsters and 1 store owner shot and killed. I got a call from Coleman Young, the mayor. He said, "Ed, this has got to stop." I said, "Yeah, I know. What are we going to do?" He said, "I'll talk to the parents. You talk to the store owners. And let's make sure they end all this." I said, "Okay." So I set up meetings with the store owners who closed after midnight every day, and one at a time, one area of a time. And I told them that they had to stop. Well, come on, don't get your guns ready to shoot back. That's not the way to do it.
Exactly.
So they followed. They said, "Whatever you say, but if it doesn't work, we're going back." I said, "It's going to work." It did. And from there on in, we inspired that's the clause, our slogan, inspiring our youth to do the most good. Well, why did we start it? For what reason?
Yes.
Well, we wanted to give the youth a chance to understand that there's something important in the long run. What is that?
And how did did you get all of the people that are involved now? How did you get them involved?
Well, that was quite a story. In the beginning, it was very difficult. But I have to give credit to the news media of Detroit, the Detroit News, the Free Press, and a couple of the county papers. And they knew it was a hard fight, and they did help me out. And at least we got the thing going. And the first year we only had 1,100 kids. I said, oh, forget it. They said, oh, no, we're not going to forget. We're going to do it again and see what happens. So we did. And we had 12,000 kids the second year. So we knew this was a good thing. So we worked on it. We invited the high school kids from the Tri-County area, and we asked the corporate sponsors to donate something to help pay the bills. The food industry provided the product that goes into the lunch. And before you know it, this thing grew every year by leaps and bounds. And it is the largest youth event in the Midwest United States.
Yes.
I work on it all year.
Yes, I
We
would
start
think so.
on it September 1. We have all the things ready for mass mailing. It goes out 2 days later.
Is that right?
Then we start hearing back. And people are coming back because they know what it's done. They believe in us because we're not messing around. And I appreciate that. And that's what we try to show our appreciation to the sponsors, too, in one way or another.
What about the Eastern Market?
Tell us a little bit about it.
Eastern Market is the second largest farmers market in the country today. We would not have had it in 1974 if the 30 people that wanted to close it down would have left. Sal Shamatero called me and said, Ed, we're having a big meeting. You got to be there. These guys want to close Eastern Market. We close Eastern Market for what? It's a big deal. No, the city's not helping. Nobody's helping. They're losing money. That's it. So I went to the meeting. I heard them all out. Sal said, Ed, do you have anything to say? I said, yeah. I said, do you people have an organization to promote the market? No. Do you have any type of parades down Russell Street to entertain the people? No. Do you have gospel fests with the churches competing for prizes, bringing all those people to Eastern Market? No. I said, well, you aren't doing anything. You don't even have an organization. How do you expect to do anything? So they said, well, would you start the organization for us? I said, well, I don't have the time, but I will. So we started the Eastern Market Merchants Association. I personally went to every vendor. I said, I need your help. For what? Then we're going to build this association. They don't do anything. I said, no, they didn't do anything, but we are going to do an awful lot.
Yes.
All right, I trust your word, Mr. Dave. Yeah, here's my $50, $75, or whatever it was. And it has grown by leaps and bounds. Today, it's the largest Eastern Market has ever been. If it weren't for my involvement with Sal Shamatero's request, we'd have lost the Eastern Market.
Yes. Metro Youth Day, Detroit Metro Youth Day, is rapidly approaching. This is now April. It's going to be July 11th at Belle Isle. This was the 23rd breakfast for the Metro Youth Day event. We are here at the MGM Grand Hotel wrapping up the breakfast. We have had lots of participation this morning for this early breakfast at 8:30. We had Tony Michaels from the parade company. Chuck Stokes was the master of ceremony. We had the new FBI director here. We had a host of people to come in and congratulate Ed and launch this year's Metro Youth Day.